Hello everyone, this is Wolf of Wall Street, and today I'm trying my new GG robot. It's an algo I have designed for 2 years, and as you can see, I've put really small stakes because I really want to know how it can go and if it is any consistency in there. As you can see, I am in a long position in EURUSD, and I'm also following the Germany 30. Also remember, we're dealing with a scalper here, which means we may have up and downs really fast, and we must follow the trend. The bot is designed to catch anything, any small pips we can get from any day, from any market. As you can see, in Germany 30, of course I don't really like it because there is no great volatility there, and the character of Germany is to consolidate and to make really fast spikes, so it's impossible for you to follow them. So the only way to win in the Germany is to be already inside that position before the spikes comes. I have taken into consideration many parameters. Of course, I use Ichimoku system here, I use fractals, I've used the Bollinger bands, I've used support and resistance levels, I've used multi-time frame, and this information was impossible for me to process myself, so I had to put them into a bot, into an algo bot, which could help me and give me some signals. I have my bot in the other computer, so I can record the screen on this one, and we will decide our exit. We bought a long position here, we have bought a long position here. I know what the logic behind my trade is. That's why I like to watch the 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute. Of course, at some points I go to the daily, I go to the weekly, and I see what is going on. You see, we may have a red wick here, so but we don't really care that much because the scalper needs to work really fast. That means we're not investing in anything. We try to get some pips so we can finish our day with earnings or with really small loss. That's very important. There's no reason to get 200 pips in one day and lose 300 pips in the other day. That's the important story of my scalper. Of course, if there is no volatility, I've seen that there are some quite mistakes that it makes because the trend in the small volatility changed really fast. So the problem there is that you cannot close when the signal comes from the bot. We may had some earnings, but the earnings are lost. You see here, we saw a small spike right there. I have a long position at 24, and now we're at 40. So the question is here, do you sell, do you don't sell? Because I have a small position, I won't sell. I will try to be after the market, to be with the market until my bot says you must go out, which means it may say it down here and we will have some loss. But at this point, I am at 50 pips at Germany 30 and some really small pips here at EURUSD. It had 2 days of really short days, as you can see here. Yesterday was maybe a retracement. Today I'm not sure about my longs here, but we'll see what happens. This trade going quite well here, but as they say in Wall Street, and I'm the wolf. I will expose them all, which means let the earnings, let the profit run. This is very important. It's something that I couldn't do myself. I have been trading manually for 7 to 10 years, I don't remember. And when you have to take decisions at yourself, it's really stressful. You know, should I go? Should I leave my trade? Should I open? Should I close? And this thing can make your life miserable and can blow out your account. Oh, that's a really nice spike right there. But as you can see, these spikes in Wall Street may mean like 50 pips or something. Here they mean 6, 7 pips, which is something, okay, it's not really bad, but it's not the best thing to do. Again, the spikes, I don't like them very much because sometimes they retrace really bad. As you can see, there was a spike here and look where it retraced, but my bot says get out, and now we're chasing the trade. We're still there. So as I said to you before, when you are stressful, because when you lose your money, your real money, that's why, as you can see that here, I am trading a live server, which means I have to deal with the emotions when I lose, or I have to deal with the emotions when I win this thing. So it's really important for you to follow a strategy, or you can follow my bot, because there is no stress there. You know, that's why they in the Wall Street they have this, you know, this peace, this calmness in some traders, because they just follow their bots. The bot says get out, and they get out. They don't have emotions. They don't let the cut really fast their losses. So this is something that was missing from me, and manual trading had blown my account many times. Before I start this video, believe me, I have been trading a little bit in a fake market, you know, a demo account, to see if the signals from my bot were valid, if I could apply it to the market for some reason. And it did pretty well. It did pretty well. As you can see here, the EURUSD chase has touched the okay, you see here it's support resistance, the cloud of the Ichimoku system right there. We're still good here. We have to be really careful because, as I told before, you have to know the character of your market. The character of the market says many things. In Wall Street there is a lot of greed. That's why you may see very fast movement, very difficult to follow sometimes with big accounts, because the retracements are also very big there. But if you are on the right side in the Wall Street, you will get a nice movement there. So we have going really well right here. Our trade, you see another spike. Yes, that was a really great one here. I definitely would have closed my half position at this point, because I am at 70. We have the position at 24 here, a buy position at 24. So we have to, we took all the spike here, you see. That was my greatest problem in the manual trading. My greatest problem was that I cut my profit really fast, and I let the losses go away and away and away, which many of our retail traders do, because, you know, we see a spike there, maybe this one small here, or this one, say, oh, that's great, I took 10 pips, that's fine for me. But when you lose, you you pray and say, dear God or dear markets, please come back. I have a loss of 10 pips, 20 pips. Okay, let's make some patience and wait when the market will turn. But it goes like crazy. For example, you were here under the cloud. You see how important it is for my computer to see my bot to see this. And you see here, the problem is that when you lose, you cannot accept that you made a mistake. That is the most important thing. Here I think we are at, I took it at 987. We are like 50 pips also in the EURUSD, 60, maybe 60 pips in the EURUSD. That's nice also. As you can see, I have a really small stake there, but believe me, if your program, if your strategy is correct, no matter what the lot number will be, you will have earnings. Because if you can earn like 20, 30 euros or dollars per day, that's about like 60, 700 euros per month, which is something really small for many people, but it's something really great for others, because other people lose consistently. And they lose a lot of money, like 1, 2, 3,000, 4. And if there is a way you can break the trend of your losing trend and start winning, then you know that even with small lots, you can do it. A mentor of mine, because at some point I was very disappointing with myself, with all the things that, all the money that I had lost, and I had to contact a mentor to tell me something that I see. It's a chaotic here. For a first timer, for a rookie, this thing was a chaotic to me. So what was I always do? I just followed after the move. It is something that is done in many retailers. They see a move and say, oh, I'm going inside now, but the market retraces. And you say, oh my God, I'm losing, let's cut the losses. And then it goes again back, up. So I had to speak to someone and tell me what is going on here, what I don't see. And all of that information was put inside my bot. And believe me, I see some results after many years of watching the charts daily, nightly, 20 hours per day, 15 hours per day, which was something really exhausted because I didn't have a clear mind. You see here, it's a nice spike. We have our position, our buy position, you can see it right there. At buy at 7, wait a minute, at 924, and we're 981. That would be a really nice trade if I had put some more lots there, but I don't care. I'm here to test it with you. I'm here to prove you that it's a great consistency in this thing. It's amazing consistency, but I need to see it myself lively, and I need to see myself if I could react to this trading, which means if I will obey or disobey my robot due to my emotions, which is a parameter that is not counted by my bot, but it's my fault if I have an exit signal and I stay inside because of greed or because of faith. Greed and faith must get out of this. There is nothing in the markets that have greed and faith. They have only the power moving the market. So this is something that we have to take into consideration. So many of you ask, where the heck this wolf will exit? Believe me, I still don't have an exit point here. I have no signal to exit. Let me put here 30 minutes, which means I will still follow. I see some signs of weakness here. You have to be ready. You see, I have like 70 pips profit right there. But if my bot says stay inside, I will stay inside, even though I would, if I traded manually, probably I would have I would have taken my short position. I would close my position somewhere here because of the small weakness I see. But we have to I have to have faith to my bot at this point, and we'll see how the day will go on. I will pause for a moment, and when I have my signal, I will come immediately and show it with you. We can wait a little bit here. You see, it's like 11:30. This was 1 hour of trading at this point. Even if we close with like 60 pips in Germany, would be a great. Some weakness is still showing here. You see, these red lines are, believe it or not, these have been drawn by me, but is a resistance that I have maybe drawn like 2-3 days before. So if this is broken, maybe I have a signal from my boat to close it for a little bit. Oh, you see here, it would be a really bad decision to close my position there in EURUSD. At some point, many traders, oh, that's a nice spike right there. We are in a long position. You see here, we took that spike. You see, you have to be already in the market to get the spikes, which is something that manually it's very, very difficult to do because the market shows some weakness here. You see, we're scalpers, so the 1 minute time frame is the most important for me and for my bot. Of course, multi-time frame gives us an overall aspect of what's going on. It seems that it's holding the resistance right there. Okay, but if I have a signal of getting out, I will get out no matter if the resistance is held or not. So we are like, oh my god, we are like 160 pips here. You see, the pips in these markets are enormous. If I had put one lot here, believe me, that will be a great decision to make, but I'm still short in my funds. As I've told you, I've lost many accounts. I've blown many accounts because of my irritability, because I want to take revenge from the market. These emotions destroy us, and believe me, if you have them, you should be really cautious, because you have to be like a robot. And because we are humans, we cannot be robots here. We have to follow our emotions. So the only thing I could do is to take out these emotions. But some of you may say, why don't you leave your boat running all the time? Because I like to cooperate with my boat, you know? I want to be on specific hours. I have to get, and it's something more of a signal generator, and not so much a robot trading, an algo trading. It's somewhat like a robot indicator. I can do it, of course. I can do some things like taking the indicator and making the expert system, but it's something that I don't want to do it. I want to take the actions at this point. I love my generator because all the weight of taking the right decision gets out. So it's something I don't really care if the market will go up or down or something. I have the indicator there in many markets. Now I am in the Eurousd in Germany, so I will do anything there. There's some weakness right here, as you can see in Germany 30. My bot says the weakness generator, be prepared to close some positions there. We are already like our 50 pips there, and here we are like 160 pips. This is the great thing about the pairs. The volatility is enormous, but you have to be really careful, because if you are on the other side of the trend, there will be a lot of problem for your account. That's the most important thing for you to understand, that your account needs to be protected. So many of you at this point, you may say, but you have made something, you have thought of a bot, a great bot, why do you give us this information, right? There's a trick, there's a scam there. First of all, I always trade lively with you. As you saw, I'm 20 minutes recording because I wanted to show you that I was right here. I couldn't predict all of this movement by myself. I don't want to show on the winners. We're going to see some losers together too. This could have been a loser. I told you, we have a high probability trading right here. It's not a trading, which means that I don't think there is a system out there that can win constantly. Otherwise, all the funds, all the traders, everybody would have the ability to, or many mathematicians together or everything like that, we have the ability to trade and not to lose at all. But at the end of your day, you have the loss, you have the winnings, and you say to yourself, what was the overall picture of myself? I have 10 winners, 2 losers, so that's the profit you take. So the generator, it's not something that makes no mistakes, but it's something that gives us a higher probability to deal with bots. That was my thought. How can I, as a retailer, deal with bots? The bots, when they lose, they don't care. They have a precision, they have a thought there. Okay, let me see here, because I see some weakness in both on Euro and Germany, and we have some great profits here, so it's a bit of shame of losing all of my profits. Will be alert. My bot says weakness in both sides. I'm here at 178. I have 180 pips right here, profit. We are like 40 pips here, profit. So I will be ready, closing both of them. At some point, if you were, okay, I don't like the movement here. You see, there's a wick there. My bot has given me some signals. I'm going out here. I'm going out, guys. I don't know. I don't like something there. So I have taken here, closed my position, 160 pips in a pair pip, of course. It's a difference in the pips. Here is also some weakness, so We may have a great retracement. I don't want to be in that retracement, because retracement may come down here and we may lose all our profit. So why why do we take that? That's the great thing of the scalping. But believe me, many scalpers fail. I was one of them, because when you have to take many decisions in your day, you say, I have to take a decision of going up and then down and then up. This exhausts you, your mentality, because the human mind isn't made to change that fast. Do you understand what I mean? You don't have the mentality. We don't have the mentality of change. We need calmness to trade correctly, to respond correctly. Here I may close it at 970. Okay, 970.5. I have a signal 970. Yes, I'm closing there, guys. Sorry. So wow, that was like 724. That was 46 pips right there. Really great move.